girls, how are you? You've caught me just coming in from my daily walk. Do you know what? I just love to walk. The longer the walk, the better. My dad says that's why I'm so short. I've walked the legs off myself. But thinking of long walks made me think, what else lasts a really long time? Can you think of anything?
Me running a marathon, that would take a long time. Or Coronation Street, that seems to have been going on forever. Or a box of Bounty sweets in our house, because I hate Bounty and it would last for ages. And of course, Helen talking, that just goes on and on and on.
And what about sometimes your teacher too, David? They can keep talking and talking. But you know what? All of these things do last a long time, but they eventually come to an end. David might finish a marathon by this time next year. The bounties eventually go when there's nothing else to eat. I eventually go to sleep and stop talking, and our teachers eventually let us go home. But one thing that doesn't ever end is God and His kingdom. This week, as we've been exploring the Bible, we've been looking at Psalm 72, and verse 17 says this: "May His name endure forever. May it continue as long as the sun. Then all nations will be blessed through Him, and they will call Him blessed." You see, Jesus is the one true King. He'll last longer than any earthly king or queen or any box of bounty in the Hooks household. And even though He lasts forever, He never changes, so He can be trusted because He is in control of all things. The Psalm also tells us that He is the perfect King because He's fair and He cares for every single one of us, whether we're rich or poor, whether we're really tall or we've had the legs walked off us. And you know what? We're also told that His kingdom reaches far and wide. He doesn't just care about the people in Bangor, or look after the people in Donaghadee, or take an interest in the people of Conlig. Because you see, He made the whole world. It all belongs to Him. And people from Australia to Africa, England to Iceland believe in Him and trust Him because He's a mighty, strong, powerful God. And you know what? This King that is really powerful, who never ends and whose kingdom reaches far and wide, He knows you, He knows me, He knows our name, and He promises to give us everything that we need each and every day. He doesn't promise to give us everything we want. He's not promising a new games console tomorrow, but He promises to give us everything we need to get us through the day. All good things come from Him. Isn't that amazing? So how do we follow this King? How do we become part of His kingdom? Well, what we've got to do is ask Him into our hearts and into our lives. Say we're really sorry for all the bad things we do, and say we want to follow Him. And once we do that, and when Jesus is our King, we want to praise and thank Him for all that He does for us. From all the little things that we enjoy to the really big things. We can thank Him for coming to earth, for loving us, and for dying on the cross to save us. For promising never to leave us, because we're never alone. We've so much to be thankful for. So this week, when it seems like your teacher is going on and on and on, and it seems like she's never going to come to an end, think about something that never does come to an end, and that's Jesus and His kingdom. And as you think about that, remember to thank Him and praise Him for all the good things that He has done for us. We're going to praise Him now as we sing together.